And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, I think this is on. Okay. We ready? Cool. Given life circumstances, I've had to turn my current bedroom into a YouTube recording area, and I think I can make whatever this is kind of work, but whew, it's been a while, isn't it? 6 months later, I finally am able to sit down and just take a minute, breathe, and invite you into this space, this new area that I'm in, to welcome you to another series of YouTube videos in my bedroom, as always, in London, and give you guys a bit of an update. Where was I for the last 6 months? Well, before I even got to London, I was actually in America traveling, and I wanted to make this video just to quickly also show you guys what a bit of those travels were about. It started off with the East Coast of America, and I went to, the Big Sur in California. That was sick. The drive there was amazing. I also went to San Francisco, saw the Golden Gate Bridge, which was super cool. And I think I get why a lot of people kind of go there as tourists. It's just a really exciting place to be. I did Lombard Drive, I believe it was, and viewed a few other areas within San Francisco. I kind of loved the weather there. It was really warm and really just friendly, despite I know how much crime was in the area, which I think was kind of ironic. I didn't even realize that. From there, I ended up going to Vegas. Now, Vegas was really cool because last time I had been there was a very long time ago, at a very different age and at a very different part of in my life. I wasn't even a photographer last time that I went there, but Vegas was cool. I really loved the nightlife that was all around that area, and the main strip was really cool. There was so much to see, so much to do, and so much to try. I also ended up teeing up that trip with a little trip to the Grand Canyon. It was so cool. I didn't realize how much of a drive it was, but it was actually really, really sick. And I'm so glad that I went, because to see all of these sites were just amazing. And I think, again, just reflecting on this trip, the fact that I got to see these places as a photographer from a different perspective, but also being in a different life situation where my career had enabled me to travel around the world to see these places, was truly, truly a blessing for me. And the fact that I was able to, go to these really cool cities and see these amazing sceneries and see these amazing cultures and people and environments, for me, it was just like a lot to take in. After visiting the hectic lifestyle in Vegas, I then made my way to Chicago, which was actually really cool. Met some amazing people there. The city there was actually really beautiful and quite clean as a city overall. I loved the culture, I loved the nightlife, I loved the architecture, and just traveling around all of Chicago was really, really cool. I went bike riding, I went Segway, right? Is it a Segway thing? You know what I mean. I did the Segway tour, that was sick. I think I really loved Chicago as a city. And again, beautiful weather, by the way. Like, as Australia, I know how temperamental Australia can be with its weather, as well as now London. I'll get to that in a bit, but overall, Chicago was really, really cool. I loved it, loved every second of it. And then from Chicago, I also made my way to New York. And New York, by far, had my heart for a few reasons. One of which, at least, was the creative aspect of it. I ended up doing a few photo shoots there with some really, really talented people. And, hopefully there'll be another separate YouTube video about those two shoots in particular, working with some great influencers. But I also ended up visiting, Times Square. I went to all the nightlife sort of activities there, which was sick. That city is literally a concrete jungle. I can understand why people call it that. In addition to that, I also went to the parks there. I had some amazing walk around tours, which was so cool. The greenery was so beautiful, and I got to see a really nature side of New York, which I thought was kind of ironic given it's such a concrete area. And then I eventually arrived my way to London. Now I've been here for so I basically got here in October, and I've now been here, it's now February. Life has been interesting. I think one of the first challenges I had was actually trying to find a place to live, and the rental market here was absolutely ridiculous. But I live in Canada Water, right next to Canary Wharf, which is great. I think the location is amazing. I've had the pleasure of making new friendships within London, and networking my way through different events and meeting different vendors. For me, really discovering what independence means is on this part of my trip here. Overall, expectations versus reality. Like, is this what I kind of thought it was going to be like? Nothing really compares to the lifestyle of living in Australia. I think, as biased as this might sound, there is no place like home, from a cultural perspective, from a financial perspective, from a safety perspective. I genuinely don't think I've found a place that matches up to the par of living in Sydney in terms of all of those things. However, as far as being a creative goes, I think genuinely anyone within that creative industry or the entertainment industry, UK or even America is the place to be. I think one of the things of being part of a bigger country and a bigger community is access to more things. I've been taken abroad for photo shoots that I don't think I would have had the opportunity to had I not lived here. I've had collaborations happen, I've had photo shoots happen, again, bookings on bigger scales because I'm now in a better located area. So there's a few pros and cons here. I mean, for my career, amazing. Like I genuinely think my career here has been incredibly beneficial since being within the country. From a lifestyle perspective, I'm still trying to find my way, and I'm really being optimistic and, really upbeat about the things that are different here and trying to welcome that experience as much as possible. I think your day-to-day living standards will obviously have an impact, and given the fact that I'm currently living in a flat share with people that I've also just now met, does naturally play an impact on, all of these factors as well. Hopefully at some point I might live on my own and have a place to myself when I'm financially ready for it. But also London is a very expensive city, and if you want to live somewhere centrally located like I am, in this case Canada Water being East London and very close to central London, naturally these things will cost a bit more money. But I'm welcoming 2023 with this abundance mindset, and I'm using this newfound love for travel and being independent to welcome a side of me that I've probably never really experienced before. So although yes, there are times where I miss my family, and although yes, there are times where I feel like work's really slow, I know that the experience of being in another country is only going to be as good as I make it out to be, and that is just pure mindset. So I think for me, I really welcome a whole bunch of everything, from being silent most days and not having really many things to shoot, to then going, okay, well, let me use this time to create content, right? Or travel to a new part of London that I've never been to, or DM a whole bunch of people and maybe see if I can collaborate on something. And that for me is probably the mindset that I've used and welcomed into this new year. I've got some goals that I really want to hit this year, and I've written them down. I even have a vision board, and maybe at some point I might share that. I have no idea. But for me, it's genuinely been an incredibly amazing journey, and I know that I want to use this platform to document all of it, so you guys can keep up to date with where I'm at with life and what I'm doing, and hopefully I can inspire or educate be it couples who want to know what I do, or photographers who also want to be part of this journey. So as always, all I ask, if you guys have enjoyed this video and so far the journey this far, is just to hit that like button just down below. Comment, let me know if you want to see more particular videos, or so far you want to ask me any questions based on my trip. Message me, DM me, let me know if you guys want to have a chat. I'm honestly really chill and easygoing. And subscribe if you haven't already. One of the goals this year is also to grow this channel, and I'm excited because now that I have a system, I have things to actually record in, then I know that I can actually do more videos like this. And you got to make the best of what you have. I'm currently kneeling down on my bedroom floor making these videos. My ring light's right there, bed's right here, everything's clean back there, surprisingly, and I'm making the most of what I have. So there you go. Beyond that, guys, I will leave you to it. If you guys are interested, please tune in for next week's video, where I take you guys more behind the scenes and also show you exactly what I do week in, week out. And I will see you in the very next one. Cheers.